Hey guys, Malkuth 1974 coming back at you with a new episode of Kerbal Space Program. Actually, in this episode we'll be covering the new version .19, just came out yesterday, and I figured I'd show you guys what's in it. So I'm in a test game right now, so actually we gotta start new. We'll just go like that, default. I'm gonna show you some of the new parts in the game. For a capsule, what we got is the probe. This new probe thing, little skinny little thing. As you can tell, just another probe body. What I find this will be useful for is most likely if you want to keep your probe out of the way, you know? You don't want things to be seen or anything like that, so I can't wait to try to use that. For in here, there's nothing new for tanks or engines by the looks of it, and there's no new control avionics packages or anything like that, but structurally we have a lot of new stuff. First, we have the probe body probe mate. That's where you can make your own little rover probes, sort of in a similar fashion to NASA. You can put your wheels on there. I'll show you guys the wheels in a second. What we also have is these radials. What these are docking ports, but they've been they're defective docking ports. But what they generally do is that it gives you a place, if I can get it on there, to put things off on the side of a tank. Or let me show you guys. If you have a big Rockomax tank, kind of close here. Get these out of the way. See how you can stick it anywhere? This basically allows you to add a node anywhere to any item that you want, which is pretty awesome. Go back to structures. Let's see if I'm missing anything. Nope. One of the things I enjoy of they've added these new I-beam supports, and there's a bunch of different ones. These are my favorite. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be able to do a lot of things with these. Basically, what you can have here, these are like walls. You can make walls on your spacecraft, you know, instead of having the engine shown and stuff like that. And you got these I-beams, just like that. These can be added anywhere on an item, and you can do different things with it. And you can add some of these. So the whole thing is pretty. Let's see what happens when we see how I just made a whole basic body of something, whatever you guys want to call that. And let's see, grab another one of these, and you can keep doing this. So this is my favorite thing in the whole game that they've added, other than the wheels, because what you can do with this is just going to be amazing. You can make your own little bodies or whatnot, so this is something that's going to be awesome. We'll do awesome things with this, I tell you. What else? You got these little beams. Again, you can do the same thing. You could have dozens of them or billions of them. All kinds of different ideas you can do with those. So, a couple added features to the game that I think will go a long way to help people build their things. This right here is basically this, but much smaller. Same idea. You got your 6 different sides. It even makes fun of the whole thing that it's not what they think it is. So, but let's go to utility. That's the next thing. Oh, I didn't skip anything, did I? No. I wish that dog would stop barking. She's barking all the time. Utility. Did they add anything to utility? Oh yes, it's got a new battery. This one has 400 electric charge. Probably it looks like it's made to go on the back of Rovers because it's kind of square. So let me see if I can get this going. To me, it looks like it goes on a rover. You can add it, you know, to the back of it, make it look like a battery pack or something. And of course, now let's get into the wheels. The brand new wheels. You have a regular wheel, you have tiny rover wheels, and you have the big huge. Again, this is something a lot of people are going to do a lot with. They're big and huge, and what you can do is limited to your imagination, and there's no science stuff. So let's take this and this. I'll show you guys some of the wheels here. Every wheel has a different speed setting. So if you look at your description, it'll tell you that the maximum speed of this particular wheel is 60 ms. The maximum of this one is 20, and the maximum of the big huge one is 30, which, you know, it's pretty fast for what they do. So how do these babies work? Let's get all these out of here. Let's add it to the body that we want to add it to. Let me try to get it close. You want it kind of close and even because it won't turn correctly if it's not. They do need power, so you can either sorry about that. You can add some photogenic thingies here. I know this ain't gonna look pretty, but I'm not really trying my hardest here. So there you go. There's our probe. Go launch it, or our rover. Now you control the probes with the WSAD keys, and if you right click on them, they're kind of like everything. You can lock your steering, you can disable the motor, or you can invert the steering. So right now I'm going forward. Let's take a look at what I'm blowing. I got 30, and she's charged up. So, oh, and that's the other thing, guys. Look what they've done to. There's no more launch tower. It's a brand new launch tower. So yeah, these are the rovers. These are pretty cool. These are what most people were excited about, and they look great. Of course, this is all that we have for add-ons into the game for parts. Some of the newer stuff that we can get into, I'll show you guys right now. We'll end this flight. Go to vehicle assembly. We will load. Let's see what we can load. You got a rover plus sky crane. Hey, let's take a. That's an actual developer ship. Oh, that's nice. This is what the developers have. Something you can add to your game. That is pretty awesome. But I won't get into that. Orbiter 1A stock. Let's see if we can get this sucker up there. I'm trying to get it. This is an orbiter. Interesting. I'm just looking at some of the stuff that they've added. Kerbal X. Nice. Let's try this baby out. Alright, we'll try out some of the things that are new. One of the things they've added is reentry heat. Or reentry graphics. They don't actually have the heat yet, but they just have the graphics. And there's sonic booms. Another thing they've done is they have changed, you can tell the guys look really happy. They've changed their facial expression, and they'll do, You know, funny thing, look at Jebediah in there, Bill and Bob. Get that on there. Let's see what this thing can do. Oh, there we go. Let's get this baby deorbited. And if you guys are wondering how the mods work with this new version, I can tell you pretty much that every mod I have works perfectly, and I use Kethane, KW Rocketry, MechJeb. Really nothing has changed in the game to change any of these properties of the game. I've heard there's a few mods that might not work correctly, but I don't know. None of the ones I just listed, they all work correctly, so... The important one was the Kethane mod and KW Rocketry and expanded parts, so yeah, you guys should be all set with that. We are getting close, and we are doing what? Yeah, we'll do some damage here. We should be burning up here, or not. There we go. Re-entry heat, and we'll burn it off. There, and that's what it looks like with the naturally that would have probably burned up, and they got these new effects too, where you're breaking the speed of sound. Down at 6. Look at their faces. They're all happy. Jebediah is like totally ecstatic. Bob's a little bit, Bill's, he looks a little sad. Oh, Jebediah. There we go. Have that slow us down a little bit. And we are home. So that's it, guys. That's what they've added to 0.19. There might be some added tweaks. Haven't heard anything about any added, Easter eggs or anything like that. I'm sure they've added something other than just the graphics, and I might have missed something. The expression system, I'm gonna have to definitely work on that for my Bill and Rob Adventures of Bill and Rob series I started. I'm gonna have to see how that's gonna work with them always, you know, basically always saying something. So this is Malkuth 1974, guys. We will see you later. Happy flying.